Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it. Up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the move to his left. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Williams. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Hill, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On first down, it's Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Seth Roberts there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A 93-yard kickoff return. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Now Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check. Watch 54.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. Nifty move. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Right there, 54.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Under 10. 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's looking deep. It got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go.
Under pressure, they got him again. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now the pitch comes to Ingram, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, and an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
At the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Exit. Chance.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll run here with Edwards. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Thomas. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Check, ready. Time to end it. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Thomas. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
Man, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Jackson now. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, 57. 15. 57 to Mike. 50. Bravo. Watch the run.
Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Attack. Kill.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jackson will keep it. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 3, try 43. 90 is the mic. 15. Come on, boy.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.